eat tonight, Dave?
Yeah.
What was your thought process behind that decision since you were going to deliberate Saturday?
We talked long about it, and then talking with John Elkin, our goaltender coach, feels like he's making some strides pushing forward, so we'll hopefully build on some of that momentum.
Are you kind of just seeing a mixed bag, spurts of good saves, and then maybe just one or two a night that just kind of handcuff them a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little bit like the rest of our team. Like we'll go in stretches where we actually are pretty solid, do some things well, and then we have a couple hiccups where the consistency and the ability to do the right things time after time after time again is not what it should be, and we'll continue to work away at that.
Any update on Mike Smith?
Yeah, he's back home. He's not going to join us for the rest of the trip. We'll probably let's call him week to week right now, but not a severe injury or anything like that. He's in good spirits back home, and we'll see where he's at next week.
Do you have like a diagnosis, I guess, of what he's dealing with, or?
Yeah, it's a lower body injury.
Okay. Will he be doing any type of physical activity at home, or is it simply rest at this point?
I think he's still resting here for a few more days, and then when we get back, we'll reevaluate.
Jamie McGinn has returned. Dave, how's he looking?
Looks good. It's first practice today he's had in a couple weeks, so he won't play tonight, but we'll get him another good practice tomorrow, and he's possibly an option for New Jersey.
What's the vibe you get from him, Jamie? He signs as a free agent, kind of one of the faces of the new guys coming in to help provide some offense, and gets this injury and has to sit.
He's disappointed. I mean, the young guys or new guys, they want to get in there and show what they can do early, so he's disappointed, but his injury is just one that wouldn't allow him to play the game he needs to play, so he's been off for a couple weeks. He's actually had some good skates at home. Says he's feeling up to speed, and the only thing he hadn't had any physical contact, so that's what we need to get him into a little bit tomorrow.
He's allowed to participate in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've talked a lot about Jordan Martinook and Brad Richardson sort of driving the team right now. What are you seeing from them? They're similar in some ways in terms of their work ethic, the way they produce offense. And
there's two things about their game. They play a full 200-foot game, and they play it at a fast pace. And you see where the league is now. It's the pace of the game is fast, and their role would be more defined as checkers, but you see the impact they can have on the game when they do their job well. They capitalize on opportunities, and that's what you're getting right now. Both of them have, they haven't had a lot of power play time, very little power play time, if any, but yet they have an impact on the game, and that's through speed and work ethic and capitalizing on their chances. So they're good core players for us. That we need those guys to play well if our whole group's going to play well.
I'm sure you don't mind that they're at the top of your stat sheet, but did you expect it? And it's probably not a good sign for your team.
In a perfect world, no. There's other guys. All those guys that we're saying are on the power play probably could. A few of them were up there. Wouldn't hurt the situation, but it's early.
Yeah.
Davey, Ekman Larsson played for Sweden at the World Cup. He's played about 27 minutes a night except for one game. Did you think playing there, set him up to play these minutes this early in the season?
Well, I think now I think you'll see his minutes come down a little bit. I mean, some of it has been a couple of games that we've been in, the Ottawa game and the Montreal game. We're chasing the game, so obviously he's going to get more minutes there. With getting our D core kind of set now, with Stone coming back, with Chychrun coming in and playing as well as he has, I think you'll see some of those minutes, especially on the left side, balance out a little bit. We know that Oliver and Goligoski are going to still get their minutes on that side, but we like our balance on our D right now, and I think the minutes for Oliver could come down a little bit, and he could end up being a more efficient player for us. So it's a little bit situational early here.
Should more people around the league be talking about him?
He's a really good player. I think a little bit of this situation. If he played in a marquee or a big market, he certainly would get talked about a lot more.